Hello, welcome to the Impact Podcast webinar series tonight. And we'll be looking at the part 2 of the online building a profitable online business in Nigeria. Yes, this is the part 2. We started last week, and today we are looking at the part 2, which is something that you cannot afford to miss. Yes, you cannot afford to miss it because it is loaded. It is loaded. So if you missed last week edition, I'd like you to, or you missed last edition of the series of the webinar, it is right time. This is the best time for you to create time to watch that episode because it is indeed loaded. You wouldn't want to miss it. So today we'll continue from where I stopped last week. And as a quick recap of what we did last week, I did the introduction to this webinar. And let me see. Okay, let me see. Oh, let me know if my audio is good. Please, can I see your comment in the comment section? If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know that you can hear me loud and clear so that we can move on because I have a lot to cover tonight. Also, let me know where you're watching us from. Let me know where you're connected from. Yes. That is good. So we are looking at the part 2, like I told you, the part 2 of this series. And we will definitely we're going to learn a lot of things tonight. Someone reached out to me during the week asking some of the questions that I've treated in my previous videos. And I want you to please create time to consume valuable content. Always create time to consume valuable content. One of the questions the person was asking me is to tell him the online business to do. And I was asking him, I replied him today, I said, sir, the best thing is, have you watched my the webinar we did last week? And I'm still waiting for his reply anyway. And I told him that the best thing, I don't believe in get rich quick scheme. This platform is not for get rich quick scheme. And then that is one of the reasons why I always take my time to give you the best. It's all about giving value. Yes, it's about giving value to our audience. This is not just every other YouTube channel. It's a podcast, but however, it's a community of those that want to start a business or start businesses, either physical business or online business, or scale their business, and also investors who wants to invest in some investment. So please always create time to watch some of these videos, because some of these things we share on this platform are things that took us time and resources, time to learn, money to invest in ourselves. But we are glad sharing some of these things with you free. But however, it will be of benefit for you to consume them. So if you have any question, you can now reach out and we'll be glad to help you. So we're looking at building a profitable online business in Nigeria. I mean, profitable online business. Building a profitable. I'm not talking about multiple online businesses now. Just one. Identify one that you can start even as you head towards 2025. And that is why I am doing this. And after this webinar, I'm also planning a 7-day challenge. And I hope that will start maybe next week by the grace of God. But I'll look at my calendar and update you on when to start. But however, please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear as we dive into today's webinar. Yes. So as a quick recap of what we did last week, I told you about online businesses and also the introduction. We look at the introduction. We look at the opportunities in the Nigerian market, and one of the opportunities that I shared with you last week was that the digital economic landscape of Nigeria is experiencing a remarkable growth, and it is driven by several key factors. And I shared those key factors with you, which is digital infrastructure growth. And also, I told you that Nigeria has witnessed exponential growth in internet penetration, with over 60% of the population now have access to the internet. And you see a lot of internet companies or internet solution providers are coming up, and they are coming up with good offers, good solutions and offers, like both the infrastructural offer and also the monthly subscription offer. So this is an avenue for you to know that yes, the digital infrastructure is growing. Yes, it's growing. So we also look at the fact that the demographic dividends, that Nigeria has a young population with approximately 70% that are under the age of 30 years old. So that percentage of population are Gen Z, and these Gen Zs are people that are crushing it, they are making it big time, because these guys are smart, and it's a plus to us as a country, it's a plus to us as a nation. So looking at that as a recap, I also share with you that the economic potential of building that the digital economy is projected to contribute significantly to the Nigeria's GDP. So these are some of the factors that will enhance online businesses in Nigeria, and you don't have to wait until some of these things are perfected. You have to start now. Another thing that I also shared with us was identifying the right business idea. I shared that last week, that how to identify the right business idea, the key things, the things that you need to take note of by doing self-assessment and skills mapping. I talked about that at length. So please create time to check that out. I also told you or share with you how to do a market demand analysis. Don't just start a business, do market research analysis. After that, we look at potential business ideas that you can look at if you want to start online business. And the first one was digital training and skill development platforms. The digital training and skill development strategy is changing. A lot of people are not learning from some of these platforms that they are paying for, and it is now being simplified to the extent that they can do customized training based on your personality. Yes, there are solutions to that are even for corporate, executive, corporate, and individual trainings and skill development. Those platforms are springing up, and a lot of people are upgrading from the traditional way of delivering digital training and skill development to integrating AI and also group learning. Yes, group learning. So, but however, whatever you have passion for, you can turn to a digital training or a skill development platform. You can monetize your skill. So, and this thing is not that difficult like before. It is now being easy. It is easier than before now. So it is something that you should also look at if you know you have flair for teaching. Some people don't have that flair. They don't have that zeal to teach others. But if you are the type that can teach, Don't mind your spoken English. Yes, just know how to communicate your message. Then you will see that you can deliver, you can help someone out there, you can do something good for your life and for yourself, and also impact lives. So we also look at the e-commerce platform that are springing up, the likes of Taiwo that is coming already in Nigeria, and the business opportunities around that e-commerce platform, and also freelance services, platform services, or service marketplaces that you can build for the Nigerian market, And we also look at digital content creation marketing services. I attended the U.S. Commercial Department networking and award event last week, and we have a representative from the U.S. ambassador. Yes, the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria and also some other places. And one of the things that was discussed at the panel, during the panel session, was the opportunities in content creation. That between now and 2030, what content creation is going to contribute to African GDP. Africa's GDP is going to be massive. It's going to be massive. And then the U.S. economy or the U.S. government is also looking at supporting digital content creation or creators in Africa. So, and one of the things that was also discussed was that whatever you are doing, put it out there, put yourself out there, put whatever you are doing out there, because you never can tell what the content you put out there that will expose you, that will advertise you, that will evangelize you, that will blow up. Let me use Gen Z word, that will blow up. So we look at that, and also technology and technology enabled solutions for local challenges. And one of the things I mentioned last week was e-barbing solution. After that live webinar, I went on Google to search for e-barbing idea, and I did not find any on the internet. E-barbing, where you bring, you digitalize barbing as a profession. So if you missed that session, please go back and create time to watch it so that we don't waste much of our time. And let me get right into today's session as a continuation of what we've been looking at last week. So today we're looking at building a strong foundation. Looking at what? How to build a strong foundation. Now we've talked about the opportunities, the digital infrastructure growth, the demographic advantage that we have as a nation, the population of the Gen Z, and also a lot of things. But now we need to look at building a strong foundation if you want to start a profitable online business. You see, I used to tell people that any online business that you are doing, you should take it seriously. Take it serious so that you understand what you're doing, and so that at the end of the day, you see that, oh, I am in business. It is not everybody that will have physical business or that will run physical business, but there's a way you can run your physical business. There's a way you can also run it online. You understand? And you'll be surprised at your profitability in the long run. So looking at building a strong foundation, we'll be looking at how to develop your brand development. Some of you that knows me, you know that branding, personal branding generally, and brand development is one of my strengths. And in the digital world, your brand speaks a lot. What you post, your philosophy, and your brand identity speaks a lot about you, about who you are, about what you stand for, and that will also influence whatever business you are starting. You understand? It will influence your business. So your brand is your digital identity. If you want to say what is brand, it is not the clothes that you wear, the designers that you put on. It is your digital identity, and you must resonate with your target audience. That your brand identity must resonate with your brand, your target audience. Sorry, yes. If you're looking at targeting people that you know can afford to buy what you're selling or the service you are offering, then you should build a brand identity that will appeal to them, that will communicate with them. You understand? That will communicate to them. And one of the ways, I have 3 ways in which you can do that. And the first way of doing that, of brand development, is to choose a memorable and culturally relevant business name. Now, let's assume you are just starting, or maybe you have started, and yes, you can do a rebrand. The fact that you've been running your business does not mean that you can't do a rebranding. You see a lot of even multinationals, and you see a lot of companies, a lot of businesses that they will tell you, oh, we are rebranding, we have earmarked some amount of money or a budget for rebrand. Even GTB did that some years ago, a few years ago, from GTB to GTCO, and they did everything, and now they are enjoying their investment. So one of the things that you have to do while building an online business or a profitable online business is to choose a memorable and culturally relevant business name. And we are looking at our demography now is Nigeria. We are looking at how to building a profitable online business in Nigeria. And you see, culturally relevant business name is appealing to a lot of people now. Is appealing to them. That's why you see people, they can do ajo.com. They can do, you see the like of wakanow, wakanow.com, and stuff like that. So you have to choose something that is memorable and also culturally balanced or relevant. And that is something that even you can sit down and combine names. You can combine the names of a location, the names of things that has impacted you. You can even combine your name or the names of your parents, the names of your loved ones or your family member, any of your family members or your children, to form a memorable and culturally relevant business name. That is number one process of building a digital identity that would resonate with your target audience. You understand? And the number 2 way, or the number 2 step, is to develop a compelling brand story that connects emotionally with Nigerian consumers. You see, if you are not a good storyteller, begin to learn how to tell story. We all have stories. Every day of our life is full of stories. Yes, every day of your life. You may be thinking, oh, I don't know what to say. I don't have a story to tell. Everyone have a story or more to tell. And the best person that can tell, you are the best person that can tell your story. Nobody can tell your stories like you. You are the best person that can tell the good part of your stories, irrespective of your experience in life. So once you identify a good, really memorable business name, then move to writing a compelling brand story that connects, don't forget, emotionally. Underline that word, emotionally with Nigerians, with your Nigerian consumers, because we are psychologically wired. Human beings are psychologically wired, and one thing about storytelling is that it has to connect emotionally with your audience. So if you don't know how to do that, you can get the services of people, of copywriters or brand strategists to help you to even choose a memorable and culturally relevant business name, and also move to developing compelling brand stories. There are some people that is their job. You can search them over the internet and they will be glad to help you to write a compelling stories or a compelling story that connects emotionally with your target audience. So the number 3 step is to create a professional logo and consistent visual identity. I'm going to explain something here. You see, when we hear brand, some people think it's